Hello everyone. Now I'm going to demonstrate you some origami. I will start with the Masu box, which is a lovely Japanese box. For this origami we need two pieces of paper, one for the main box, one for the lead. The diagrams look pretty the same, but there's some slightly change on the lead, which I'll show you. The lead is the one that's more visible, so basically I tend to use the nicest one. It's got just some more dots, but I'll demonstrate you with mostly plain paper. One side is white, one side is color, because it makes it easier for you to follow the steps. So put this aside for now, and I start with this. What am I going to do? I'm going to have on front the white part, and I fold in half. It's important in origami to keep even as much as you can. If you want to use a ruler, you can, or just use my finger to stress down, because it's very important to have it very, very clear, so you can actually see the creases you made. Then you turn around and do the other side. Okay, so that's what you get. You should be able to see like the cross. So the next step is to join this in the middle. Each corner cover the middle like that. Again, keep pressing well on your creases so you will be able to see your folding well enough when you open the box. Okay, after that I have to, from this side, join toward the center like this, take all of it, and you see they're gonna meet in the middle. So you do one, you do the other side, join in like that, and I keep pressing to make sure it's clear. I reopen this and I do on the other two sides of the square. It's going to be like a square in the square. Just like that. So you're going to see when you open it, actually what you see, you have like a square in the square. Then I open two sides only, doesn't matter which one because it's a square, and you can see all the line you just made. Pull these two sides up for the box, okay? Now what we need to do is just follow the line we have, and it go by itself if you actually just follow the lines. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to press in from this side and then up. So what happened, because of my crease are clear, it just go up by itself. You see what it does? So like this, then I fold inside, and then one side of the box is ready. I do exactly the same thing on this side. See, inside, press down, insert inside the box, make sure it stays in, and your base is ready. Now we need to do the lead. Same way, we start the same way. Half, half again. So if you remember, we did this, so we have to do it again. Sometimes the paper, even the one you buy, especially if it's a cheap paper or paper that is nice, but you know, sometimes it's not perfect square. So If you notice any gap, like I have sometimes here on this paper, it's not your fault, it's just the paper is not exactly, it happens. So what we do next, exactly what we did before, but before what we did, we join in up to the center. Now we need to leave a gap in the middle. So basically what I need to do, we need to try to leave, it's not exactly by centimeter, but it's about a centimeter in the middle. Now, the first time you do it, you might have to, you know, just get used visually, because there's not a specific size. It's about a centimeter, which means about this kind of a gap. But the more you do it, the more you get really which is the right gap you have to keep it not too tight or not too loose on with the lid. But yeah, that's probably it. Then you do as before, you open again and do the same thing on the other side. Now, if you're not sure, you can hold both to see the gap you're gonna have, and before you press it down, and then you see, okay, that looks right, looks like the other side, and then you just press when you're sure. If you really find difficult, you can even use a ruler and check. It's about 1 centimeter. It could be a little bit less, no more though, because otherwise it might be too loose. And you keep pressing and you check, then you have a square and the square again, and basically is, you know, all the same side and pretty the same. And then you just do again what we did for the base, we do for the lid. But what happened now, then this one is a bit bigger, slightly bigger. So you do the same thing, follow in, press inside, then see, you see it goes up, and then you just join in here and press down inside, and that's the lid. So when I take back the box and I put the lid on, it should fit. And that's basically a simple but very lovely box. And sometimes it's nice to have a box with something on top, like a decoration. So something quite easy to make on top of that. It's like a shape of a simple fan. To do this, we can't use the same size of paper, so it's too big. So we're gonna need a quarter of this. So I already divide in 4 by folding. Now I'm gonna cut. I tend to cut as in the middle to have, then I'm gonna have 4 as well. Or if you have a cutter, even better. So I just need a quarter of this paper. And I don't need the other, so I'm gonna use this smaller size to create a you look like an accordion in a sense. I like to do it from the rhomboid side. So what I'm gonna do, and start with 1, and I turn around and keep doing it as an accordion like that. Then I turn around, go on top, turn around, go on top, and keep going. Up to the end. Right, you can do it. It's slightly different than the fan. Actually, it's more like 2 leaves kind of, and that's quite easy to make. So that's more, yeah, that's the one actually I was mentioning about before. So it's like that, and then you can attach here. You can use a bit of glue or double-sided tape might be okay, but if you try with the Brit might be good. But even this one, if you put just a tiny bit and then you keep pressed for a bit. We don't use glue most of the time in origami. Why you do the origami, but this is just an adding things on top of the origami and things like that. That's different. But the main folding, when we do the origami, you never use glue or anything else, okay? Basically, yeah, then you can find when you can glue on top, just to have a decorating one. Hope you like it, and I'll wait for any question, any comment. So that's it, that's the final piece. So I didn't touch it, but you know, that's what it's gonna look like. And yes, I hope you like it. Thank you.